Well, we've known for a number of years now that human decision making isn't rational, that people make mistakes, that they're emotional. At Rotman, what we've been doing is not just studying the fact that people make mistakes, but asking the more important question, so what? So let me talk about an example of a nudge that we use to encourage people to save more in rural India. They were told that they needed to save 40 rupees every pay period. They couldn't do it. And the simple intervention that we used was a white envelope like this one. Simply by putting the cash in an envelope and setting it aside, increased the likelihood that they would actually save the money. Second version of the same envelope, we put photographs of their children on the envelope, and that dramatically increased the likelihood that they would save money.
So one of my research interests is on understanding why people cheat. So in particular, why do honest people sometimes do dishonest things? Like fudging numbers on their tax forms or underreporting their car mileage to an insurance company to save on their premiums. And what my work has shown is that when we make the identity of oneself as an honest individual more salient, then the cheating actually goes down. So here's a very simple intervention on how to curb dishonesty. This is an insurance form. Here you write down the car mileage, and here you sign that everything that you've filled out, you have done so in an honest way, so that you have been truthful. So here you first sign that you will be honest, and then you fill out your odometer mileage. Now, what this form does is that you think of yourself as an honest person by the time you fill out your car mileage, and that should reduce dishonesty. And that's exactly what we found in a large field experiment with an insurance company. In fact, it made a difference of about $50 per car per year. So, and notice that both nudges that we talked about so far were very easy. They were very easy to implement. They're inexpensive, and they don't restrict people's freedom of choice.
Well, in addition to being involved in the projects on nudging, I've also been working to develop guides and reports to practicing managers. So in this online guide, a practitioner's guide to nudging, for example, we give the users a clear process of how to go about creating a nudge. So we also did a report for the Financial Consumer Agency of Canada. So in that report, we summarized the current electronic payment systems on the market with a focus on the mobile payment. And in particular, we look at the consumer adoption issues and other implications and issues related with the mobile payment. So in this book chapter, we talk about different ways in which consumers might find themselves in financial troubles due to excessive use of credits and excessive spending. And we talk about different ways to help them to overcome those problems.
I study overconfidence bias and how this bias affects decision making. I also study the science and economics of happiness, as we call it, hedonomics. And I've published papers and book chapters in these two domains. In ongoing research, we are involved in many projects, working with nonprofit and for-profit organizations. For example, in one set of projects, we are interested in studying how to solve the last mile problems and increase the uptake of various welfare initiatives. In another set of projects, we are interested in studying how we can use behavioral insights to help policymakers design and deliver policy, behaviorally informed policy. And in the third project, we are working to develop mobile apps that improve decision making.